Good morning, my dear students in grade 4. Our lesson today is Module 2 Top Stars Part 2. Open your students' book page 21 and your workbook page 19. Let's start our lesson. Objectives of our lesson today is to talk about everyday activities and hobbies. Ask and answer questions using how often. Now, my dear students, let me ask you, how often do you pray? Perfect. I pray 5 times a day. And how often do you brush your teeth? Excellent. I brush my teeth twice a day.
Look! How often do you read comics? I read comics once a week. Once a week. Twice a week. 3 times a week. Every day.
How often? When I ask using how often do you, the answer will be once, twice, 3 times a week, or every day. How often do you play sports? I play sports once a week. Daisy paints pictures once a week. Lucy goes to the park 3 times a week. Mark rides his bike twice a week. Derek meets his friends every day. So when I ask using how often, the answer will be once, twice, 3 times a week, or every day. Now open your workbook page 19, activity 2. Read, look, and answer. Read about Dan and read about Drake, and then answer some questions. I play baseball 3 times a week and ice hockey once a week. I have an art class and I play computer games twice a week. I do my homework every day and I always read comic books on Tuesday and Thursday after baseball practice. What about Rick? I play baseball and ice hockey 3 times a week. They are my favorite sports. I play computer games twice a week. I have an art class once a week. I usually read comic books after my art class. I do my homework every day. After reading this text, please answer the questions, then come back to check your answers. Question number 1. How often does Dan read comic books? Perfect. He reads comic books twice a day. How often does Dan play ice hockey? Perfect. He plays ice hockey once a week. How often does Rick play computer games? He plays computer games twice a week. How often does Rick have an art class? He has an art class once a week. If you have any mistakes, please correct them.
4. Listen and circle. 1.
I do many things after school. I do something every day. On Mondays and Wednesdays, I have an art class. On Thursdays, I play table tennis. And on Tuesdays and Fridays, I play baseball.
2.
I'm always busy after school. I play ice hockey from Sunday to Wednesday, and on Thursdays, I usually play computer games with my friend Ralph. But my favorite time of the day is before I go to bed. I always read my favorite comic books before I go to bed.
3.
My favourite subjects are art and maths. At school, I have art on Sunday, Tuesday and Thursday, but I want to have art every day, like my maths class.
Let's check our answers. Jim plays baseball twice a week or 3 times a week. Twice a week. Number 2. Max reads comic books every day or once a week. Excellent. Every day. Number 3. Kate has an art class every day or 3 times a week. Perfect. 3 times a week. If you have any mistakes, please correct them. Now, how often do you do the activities below? Tick, write, then ask and answer. How often do you play volleyball? I play volleyball 3 times a week. You can do it with your friend. Our value is to telling the truth. You should always tell the truth and never tell lies. Our Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, told us that Muslims should always tell the truth.